right, Granny, it's time we set some ground rules. If you want to marry my dad, then you're going to have to give me an allowance. I want $2,000 per month, no less. And by the way, this is not a negotiation, this is a demand. If you refuse, then I will not allow you to marry my dad. So, what's it gonna be? I'm sorry, you want how much? $2,000 a month? Tanya, I would love nothing more than to be able to give you that much and more, but I'm afraid that's not going to be possible on my salary. So that's a no, then? Okay, then that settles it. You're not allowed to marry my dad. I knew this was the kind of woman you were from the first time I laid eyes on you. You're planning on quitting your job the second you and my dad get married so you can do nothing all day while he pays all the bills. Well, unfortunately for you, my dad has an attack dog whose job it is to keep away moochers like you. So go ahead and move along, moocher. My dad doesn't need you. Tanya, please. I don't have any intentions of quitting my job after we get married, much less forcing your father to pay all the bills. You're concerned for your father's happiness, and I get that, but you're being very hurtful to me right now. I would appreciate it if you would stop talking about me like that. You want me to stop calling you out for what you are? Then give up on marrying my dad. Could you at least explain to me why you're so opposed to me and your father being together? Gladly. It's simple, really. There's absolutely no benefit for me to have my dad marry an old granny. If he doesn't, not only will I not get a bigger allowance, my dad's gonna have to spend more of his time and money on someone other than me. There is no way I'm gonna let anyone get in between me and my dad. I see you feel very strongly about this. Well, is there anything that I could do or say for you to accept me as a partner for your dad? Are you going senile? I already told you. I want money. $2,000 a month in cash. If you want to marry my dad, then you're going to have to show me some proof that there's something in it for me. My dad's dated a few women since my real mom died, but none of them have been able to clear that hurdle, so I sent them all packing. Yeah, your dad has told me about that before. I can see that you love your dad very much, and I appreciate that. And since you love your dad, surely you want him to be able to find happiness, don't you? Can't you respect your father's decisions and allow him to do what he thinks will make him happy? Yep, there it is, right on schedule. The old, think about your dad's happiness card. How many times have I heard that one before? You adults are all the same, justifying your selfishness with fake empathy. I don't believe that you care about my dad's happiness for 1 second. You're only interested in your happiness. My dad doesn't even make all that much money as things stand. I can't let him marry someone who's only going to make him spend even more than he already does. You're going to college in the fall, aren't you? And you'll be 18 in just a few months? When that happens, you can go out and get your own job, and you can make your own money, buy your own things, and choose your own path in life. Trust me, it's very fulfilling to be able to support yourself. You're a smart young woman, Tanya, and I know you have what it takes to succeed. Oh, you're already moving into insincere flattery? That's a lot quicker than Dad's past girlfriends. You must be really desperate. Okay, let's table this conversation for now, shall we? The truth is, there's something I've been meaning to ask you about. Do you happen to know where my Chanel bag is? The last time I used it, I put it up on the shelf in the living room, but I can't seem to find it. How should I know? It's your bag, isn't it? You should keep better track of your own things. That's your job, not mine. All right. What about my pearl necklace? Have you seen that? That one was a gift from my grandmother right before she passed away. It has a lot of sentimental value to me. And just like my bag, it seems to have vanished into thin air. What are you asking me for? I don't know where your stupid stuff is. It's not like I have any interest in your ugly accessories. You have the fashion sense of a blind, homeless drug addict. That's a very vivid metaphor. But it's just bizarre. Both of those things should still be in the house. There's no reason for them to not be exactly where I last put them, but they've disappeared. I was just wondering if you happen to know where they were, that's all. I didn't mean to offend you. If you were using them for some reason, that's okay too, but I would appreciate it if you would return them. Could you please tell me the truth, Tanya? Oh my God, you suck. Are you actually accusing me of taking your stuff? You don't have any evidence it was me. I'm just saying I know for a fact that those things were somewhere in this house when I last used them. That means that if something has happened to them, it must have been someone in this house that did it. Oh my God, you are accusing me! What do you think my dad would think if he found out that you were calling his daughter a petty thief? I bet he would kick you out on the curb in an instant. You are in big, big trouble now. However, I can be persuaded to keep a secret. I want $1,000 in cash by the end of the day. Tanya, are you serious? Dead serious. You can afford to pay me that much. I'm going to go hang out with my friends this weekend, and I need the money. My dad doesn't know that, though, so we can help each other out. I won't tell Dad that you accused me of stealing, and you won't tell him that I'm going out with my friends. That's fair, isn't it? Why in the world would you need to make a deal like that with me? You're still in high school. What could you possibly need $1,000 for? And why would you keep it a secret from your dad? You're not planning on doing something inappropriate with that money, are you? Shut up, you sicko. I'm just going to have a good old-fashioned normal fun with my friends. Everything costs more now, in case you haven't noticed. One fun night with your friends can easily run upwards of $1,000. That's on the cheap end, if anything. I happen to be actively paying bills and buying groceries right now, so I am aware of how expensive things are. Still, $1,000 for a single night seems far too expensive. Good grief, would you get off my back? What is with you? You're not my mom, so stop pretending like you are. If you ask me any more questions about my private life, I will destroy you. Fine, I'll give you your privacy. However, I won't be funding any of your fun unless I know exactly what's going on. If you need the money, then you can get a job. Like I said, you'll be 18 soon. I'd like you to learn that making money isn't such an easy thing to do. Oh, you are such an obnoxious old granny. Yeah, that settles it. I am never going to let you marry my dad. Break up with him right now and get out of our lives. I think we need to have a family conference. I'll talk to your father to see when we can all sit down and talk things out. Hey there, Nancy. I heard the awful news. Some thug broke into the house, right? I'll bet the whole house is a total mess. Hey, wait a second. Today's your wedding day. Oh no, that's so terrible. Boy, you have absolutely terrible luck, huh? Someone broke into our house on the day of the wedding? What is the world coming to when women can't even feel safe in their own homes? Wait a second. Some thug broke into our house? Where did you hear that? Was it from your dad? Yeah, sure, it was from my dad, but that's not important. That's just crazy, isn't it? Oh yeah, and the worst part of all of that is apparently that thug punched you in the face a bunch of times. I bet your face is really messed up right now. You know, it's really unfortunate, but I think you might want to cancel the wedding. I mean, you don't want to have a big black eye and fat lip in your wedding pictures, do you? Hold on, Tanya. Back up a second. My face is fine. All of me is fine. I'm at my parents' house right now. What? What do you mean? I stayed at my parents' house last night, that's all. It was my last night before getting married, so I wanted to spend some time with them. So, yeah, I wasn't at home last night. Wait, but if you weren't home, then who was home? Just your dad, as far as I'm aware. Oh, he did also say something about his brother staying the night, too. But, Tanya, you're sure that someone broke into our house? Did you really hear that from your dad? And, hold on, why did you think I got attacked? Hold on, this is, wait, so you really didn't get beat up last night? No, I'm fine. What's going on, Tanya? I'm confused and also pretty scared. Cole, are you there? I just heard from Tanya and she said there was a break-in at our house. Is that true? She also said you were attacked. What happened? Please, Cole, I'm really scared right now. If you're okay, please send me a text message saying so.
Well, I'd like to say good morning to you, but, considering the circumstances.
Oh, thank goodness. I was afraid for the worst when Tanya texted me.
It's weird, though. How did you hear about this from Tanya? I figured she would be awake at this hour, but I haven't spoken to her about anything yet today, much less the fact that I got beaten up last night.
Wait, what do you mean? Isn't Tanya there at the house with you?
No, she hasn't been here since yesterday morning. She went to school and then went straight from there to her friend's house where she stayed the night. I've been meaning to get in touch with her and let her know, but I haven't had the chance yet. It's been a pretty chaotic morning over here, to say the least.
I'm so confused. None of this makes sense. But there really was a break-in last night, right?
Yeah, and I've got scars all over my face to prove it. That guy really did a number on me. I just looked at a mirror a few minutes ago, and oh boy, I am not a pretty sight right now. I'm really sorry to say this, but I think it might be for the best if we cancel the wedding. My nose is still bleeding, I've got a nasty black eye, and I think one of my teeth is loose. I was just about to head for the hospital when you texted me.
Oh my goodness, Cole! I don't believe this. Are you okay? What am I saying? Of course you're not okay. And don't you worry about the wedding. I will call and let them know what happened as soon as I possibly can. All you need to do is focus on taking care of yourself.
Thanks, Nancy. But really, though, I'm okay. There's no need for you to be worried about me. Things could have been much, much worse. I got lucky. Which, I understand it's pretty ironic for a guy who just got the snot beat out of him to say he got lucky, but you know what I mean, right?
Well, at least your sense of humor is intact.
Yeah, and that's about the only thing on my body that's intact. It's a good thing I've got a decent sense of humor too, because with my face the way it is, let's just say I'm not going to be passing any modeling auditions for a while.
Okay, enough with the jokes. Just tell me what in the world happened.
Alright, so it's like this. A guy walks into a bar. And by guy, I mean me, and by bar, I mean fist. And by walk, I mean I was in bed.
Cole!
All right, sorry. Well, it's like Tanya said, a guy broke in, or came in anyway. It seems like he had a key. Maybe he found the secret key on the front porch? It was really early in the morning, and at first I thought that it was Tanya coming home, so I didn't think much of it and just went back to sleep. Then the next thing I know, this guy slams open the door to our bedroom and starts wailing on me. He was hitting me basically everywhere, but it seems like he was focusing on my face and stomach.
That's terrifying. How could something like that happen in our neighborhood? Did he steal anything?
If he was looking to steal something, I don't understand why he would walk right past my wallet that was sitting out on the kitchen table. I know it's weird, but I think he was only there to attack me.
But that doesn't make any sense. Do you know of anyone who might want to hurt you, Cole?
No one comes to mind, no. I'd like to think I've never messed up so bad that someone would want to beat the tar out of me for it.
Then who is he and why did he do this?
Yeah, about that. I got a text from Tanya a few seconds ago while we were talking. She's acting really weird. I've got a bad feeling about this whole thing.
A bad feeling? What do you mean?
Is she talking to you right now, too?
Oh, well, yes, she texted me just a few minutes ago. When she told me that happened, I texted you right away.
Okay, and what did she talk to you about?
Let's see. She asked me about the break-in, she asked about my injuries, and she said multiple times that I should cancel the wedding. Wait, Cole, you don't think... Hey, what's going on here? All of a sudden, Dad called me and told me I needed to come home right away. And now I'm locked up in the basement with the guy that broke into our house. Why is this happening to me? And what is my uncle doing here? Well, that's certainly a lot of questions. To start with that last one, I already told you he was going to be there. He stayed there overnight with your dad. Huh? Oh, yeah, you did. But why, though? Well, you were staying at your friend's house and the wedding was going to be today, so your dad and uncle thought they would have one last little boys' night before the big day. I guess they had a good time drinking, eating, and watching the game. Wait, really? I didn't know he was coming. Well, considering how little you're at home lately, that's not surprising. You've been staying overnight at your friend's house about 3 or 4 times a week. Which, by the way, is making your dad extremely worried about you. He's worried about me? And why wouldn't he be? He's been wanting to talk to you about that and a few other important things for a while, but he was afraid you wouldn't be comfortable talking to him. What else does he want to talk to me about? Well, let's come back to that later, shall we? First things first. I'm sure you're probably wondering why you were locked up in the basement. Well, yeah, why am I stuck in this room with the guy that broke into the house? The simple explanation is that you get what you pay for. You should have hired someone smarter. Your uncle told me that the second you came in the room, he said, "I'm sorry, Tanya, I screwed up." What did he mean by that, Tanya? I can explain. Then go right ahead and explain. I'm waiting. Or perhaps I can save you the time and just come right out with it. You hired him, didn't you? No, that's not true. Then how did he know your name? And why would he apologize to you? I don't know. Maybe there's someone else named Tanya who looks like me and she's the one who hired him. That ridiculous excuse isn't going to fly with me, Tanya. Your dad has been texting your uncle from the hospital to let him know the details of the attack. So now it's your turn to talk. Tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. It'll be good practice for what's coming. This cannot be happening. But it is. It's unfortunate for you that your uncle decided to spend the evening with your dad at the last minute. How many Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu championships has he won now? Was it 8 or 9? Anyway, as soon as he heard the commotion in your dad's room, he rushed in and took the guy out in seconds. If I had known he was going to be there, I would have done it on a different day. You were supposed to be home. Dad said he was going to go and visit my grandma and grandpa, and they live a couple hours away. Why was he at home instead of you? Well, the original plan was actually that we would both go and visit our parents. But your dad thought that since this was his second marriage and he would see them today anyway, he didn't need to go out of his way tonight. So he talked to his brother and they came up with the plan for a boys' night. Why wouldn't he tell me my uncle was coming? It's not like he was hiding anything from you, you just never asked. Plus, you were at your friend's house last night, so why would he need to tell you? This is the worst thing that's ever happened to me. Is my dad okay? Is he okay? Other than the fact that his daughter hired a hitman to assault his wife but assaulted him instead, yeah, he's just fine. Hey, this isn't my fault. In what universe is it not your fault? You hired that guy. Well, admit it, Tanya. The guy knew who you were, he recognized your face and called you by name. He also apologized for screwing up. That doesn't prove anything. Your uncle has everything on camera, you know. He set it up and turned it on immediately after he tied up the guy who attacked your dad. So he knows everything that the two of you have been talking about down there. Oh no. Your uncle is a smart guy. I guess he wanted to be a police officer at one point. With more guys like him on the force, people would be too afraid to even jaywalk in this town. So, Tanya, anything to say for yourself? What was I supposed to do? I had to do something. Otherwise, my dad would have married you. But I didn't want him to marry you. I want a mom with more money. You're too cheap to give me a measly $2,000 a month. I might be willing to deal with it if you were at least pretty or something, but you're not. You're just old. Why should my dad marry you when there are prettier women out there who would be more generous to me? So I had to get you to break up with him. You really are a selfish girl. You never thought about your dad's happiness for 1 second. All you were thinking about was yourself. That's not true. You just said so yourself. Your only criteria for your new mom was whether or not she would throw all the money at you that you demanded of her. You really have no respect at all for how hard it is to make money, do you? You only say that because you never went to college. People that go to college get to have easy office jobs that pay really well. If you would have just gone to college like a normal person, you would be making more than enough to give me what I want. Do you actually believe that? Is that what high school guidance counselors are telling kids these days? Yeah, that's the only reason I'm going to college, to make more money for doing less work. Well, I hate to rain on your parade, but you're not going to go to college anymore. What? What do you mean? Why aren't I going to college? 2 reasons. First of all, because I'm not going to pay for it anymore. Huh? Wait a second. You were going to pay for my tuition? But I thought my dad was going to pay for it. It's like you said before, Tanya, your dad doesn't make all that much money. And this brings me to one of the other important things your dad wanted to talk to you about. Your dad is sick. Sick? What do you mean sick? Like, really is sick? We don't know for sure yet just how sick he is, but what's certain is that he'll need to focus on treatment for the foreseeable future. That means he won't be able to work. You accused me of wanting to quit my job once we got married. I'm afraid I couldn't do that even if I wanted to. If I didn't work, then who would pay for your dad's medical expenses? So that's why you couldn't give me the allowance I wanted? Honestly, I wouldn't have given you $2,000 a month even if I could, but yeah, that's just not going to happen. This is so unreal. So what's going to happen to my dad? Is he going to be okay? Well, the plan was originally for him to go into the hospital for a while so they could run some tests on him after the wedding. Like I said, he was going to tell you about all of this eventually. He didn't tell you yet because he didn't want to make you worry about him. I can't believe it. My dad's sick? And he's not going to pay for my tuition? But hey, wait a second. You knew about all this. And you were going to get married to him anyway? That means you were signing up to spend basically all your money on my dad and me. That's right. I had no problem supporting you two. The truth is, I was raised by a single mother after my dad passed away when I was young. She worked so hard over the years to support me, but going to college was never a reality for me. So I had to use all the other skills at my disposal in order to get a job. I found a good company and worked my way up the ladder one rung at a time. Now I'm actually making more money than most college graduates do. I was hoping to be able to use my success to support you, Tanya. You were willing to do that for me? You reminded me of myself. I grew up with a single mother. You grew up with a single father. I respected him for how hard he worked for you and wanted to help give you the advantages that I never had. That's insane, though. Like, what are you, some kind of a saint or something? You were willing to marry a guy who you knew was sick and would eat up most of your income, and you were just going to give whatever was left to help someone who's not even your biological daughter to go to college? Well, I'm glad you've come to appreciate my generosity. Calling me a saint is going a bit too far, though. I'm no saint. I'm not as forgiving as a saint should be. Which brings us back to the main point of the discussion. I'm not going to support your college ambitions anymore. Why not? Do you even need to ask me that question? You hired some thug to attack me and injure me badly enough that I would have to cancel our wedding. Well, yeah, but you're fine, aren't you? Yeah, thanks to a last-minute change of plans. And while I'm fine, your father most assuredly is not. Even once the scars on his face and body heal, he'll still have to deal with the emotional damage you caused him. No matter which one of us got attacked, we were both going to be hurt. And for what? Because you wanted more money out of your dad's wife? I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. I have no idea what I was thinking. Like, I didn't know you were going to do so much to support us. That's because you see relationships as transactional. What's in it for me isn't something that crossed my mind when I agreed to marry your father. You're right. You are totally right. I'm sorry for what I did, and I will never do anything to come between you and my dad again. So, please, can you still pay for my college like you planned? Wow, Tanya, that's quite a change in tone from you. I appreciate your words of apology, but I refuse. Remember, I said there were 2 reasons you can't go to college anymore. Oh yeah, what's number 2? I called the police. They're on their way now. And when they get here, they're going to arrest both the thug you hired and you. I've already told the police that you were the one who hired him, and I'm sure he'll be very willing to sell you out to get a plea bargain. Nancy, please wait. Don't do this. Don't call the cops on me. We're family, aren't we? Don't bother begging and pleading with me, Tanya. I told you they're already on their way. There's no stopping what's coming to you. You will be arrested, and depending on the prosecutor's mood, you might even be tried as an adult for what you did. You're a big girl, Tanya. That means you're going to big girl prison. No! I can't go to prison. I'll never make it in there. There's an expression we adults use. If you can't do the time, don't do the crime. You knew what you did was not just morally wrong, but illegal. You're old enough to face the consequences. Nancy, I am so sorry. You don't have to pay for my college anymore, okay? Just please don't send me to prison. Me? Send you to prison? I don't know what you mean. Your actions are what's going to send you to prison. I just called a ride for you. But you were in my shoes once too, right? You were raised by a single parent. We were both dealt a bad hand in life, you're right. My solution wasn't to hire a hitman, however. I've learned my lesson, I swear. I'll never do it again. I'm not so sure you have, actually. But trust me, you're going to learn your lesson now. Enjoy prison, Tanya. Tanya continued to beg and plead with me after that, but suddenly she stopped sending me messages altogether. I guess that was the moment the police took her into custody. As I expected, Tanya's hitman started singing like a canary as soon as the cops arrived. It was all her idea. She's the criminal mastermind. I was only doing what she told me. Really, stupid people shouldn't commit crimes. If he had just shut up and lawyered up, he probably could have gotten a reduced sentence for providing that information. Tanya was still a minor when she hired him for the attack, and when the prosecutor considered her age and family circumstances, he decided against trying her as an adult. She was hit with a fine and a large amount of community service. As for me and Cole, we began our married life without Tanya. After they treated him for his injuries, the hospital started the test to determine the severity of his illness right away. Thanks to that, they were able to discover that the disease was only in its early stages, and Cole made a full recovery. A few years later, we were sitting at home when we heard a knock on our door. We were surprised when we opened it, and who was waiting on the other side but Tanya? We hadn't heard anything from her since the day of the wedding, so we had no idea what she had been up to. We reluctantly allowed her to come inside to talk, and she told us that she had been working her way through college by herself. She said that getting arrested that night was the wake-up call she needed to turn her life around. She even brought me a brand new Chanel bag and pearl necklace to replace the ones she took from me. I'm still unsure about forgiving her, considering how bad Cole's injuries were. But, ever the jokester, Cole said, "Hey, it's not like I was all that handsome before that guy screwed up my face." Tanya called me a saint for offering to support her family, but if you ask me, Cole's big forgiving heart makes him far more of a saint than me. Looks like the old hag is going to be living a gloomy life for the rest of time. You're going to regret things for the rest of your life after what you did today. Calling me an old hag? I would like to ask you what you think you're doing talking to one of your higher-ups like that. As far as I'm aware, there is nothing at all that I need to be regretting, and am not convinced that my life will be forever gloomy like you think. Just because I'm telling you the reality of your situation now, don't think you can clap back at me for it. Do you have any idea who I am? I am the executive director's daughter, of all people. And as for you, it doesn't seem like I'll ever have to see you again because you're done for. What do you mean by that? By the end of today, you will no longer be a part of this company anymore. Just because I came into work a little bit drunk today, you think you can caution me about it? That's what we call workplace harassment. Workplace harassment. You could be fined for something like that by the company, and I could take you to court and sue you for every penny you have if I really wanted to. I've already gone and told my dad about this, and I'm going to have you fired now. Sucks to suck, doesn't it? An old hag like you will have no chance at all of finding yourself a new job once you've been kicked out of this place, so consider this the end for you. You call the state that you came into work today a little drunk? You came into the office smelling like the floor of a dive bar, and then you couldn't even walk straight for more than a millisecond. I also saw you rush to the bathroom when you first came out of that elevator and could hear you in there vomiting your guts out. Whichever way you try and think about it, you shouldn't be coming into work like that. And this wasn't even the first time you've behaved that way. As one of your higher-ups, I did the right thing by going and warning you about the punishment for continuing to do that. It is against this company's policy, and I'm pretty sure any company's policy, to be coming into work in such an inebriated state. It couldn't be helped, all right? I was out really late last night messing around at the club, and after that I went out to some bars to grab a few drinks until the sun came up. And that all happened before I realized that it was only Wednesday and I had to be into work by 9. Do you mind taking a moment to understand the culture of us younger folk? We all love going out to clubs and the bars to get drunk and mess around, even if it's during the week. Oh, but for an old hag like you, that's impossible. What do you think of your career in this company? Is it just a game to you? Because I am well aware of the reasons for why you're working here right now, and that you were only hired because of the word your father went and put in for you. And since I respect your father a lot, I was very excited to see who you were and be the one in charge of your training and work. However, right now, I'm tired of listening to all your small comments about what I'm doing. I don't care about what you think, and I never will. Old hags sure don't seem to read the room very well, do they? You seem to think that your opinion is something that the rest of the world should have as well, right? I guess people weren't kidding when they said that as one gets older, they are less likely to be open-minded about things and then become stuck in their ways. Well, when I start to become old, I promise that I'll never turn into whatever the hell you've become. Paige, I don't care that you're the daughter of the executive director. There are things you should be saying and things you should not be saying to others. And right now, everything you're saying to me is not acceptable. And like I said, you're already fired, so you can shut up. I literally do not care to listen to your little snotty comments anymore, because all they're doing is pissing me off. Anyhow, you're fired, which means that you never come around me ever again, please. I'm really sorry, George. I don't think I'm ever going to become as amazing of a manager as you are. Perhaps it's time I start thinking about other paths in the company that are a lot better suited to someone like myself.
I just saw that you started to text me for the first time in such a long time. But what's all this about? You don't feel as though you're doing a good job as a manager anymore and want to do something else now?
Just a second ago, I received a few texts from your daughter, from Paige. She told me that she went to her father and said that he's going to fire me now. In other words, you're going to be firing me now, right?
What did you say?
To be honest with you, I'm in shock over what she said. To think that I'm hated that much by someone like Paige. I was just trying to become like you, a higher up who made sure to turn me into an ace employee for this company. But I guess becoming someone like you is too much for me. So it's probably time for me to step down from this position and go back to working as a base-level employee here.
At one point today, she did come to me about something like that. She made this massive deal about wanting me to fire a female higher up of hers. But to think that she was talking about you that whole time? Well, I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to listen to anything she said for me to do. I'm kind of tired of having to hear that girl say some of the stupidest things to me all the time. I kind of made it clear to her then that I was going to think about everything before I made a decision based on what she'd asked. But it seems she didn't even listen to that last part and just assumes I'm going to fire you now. Why was she even coming to me asking for that in the first place, though? What happened between you two that led her to want you fired?
Actually, almost every single day, your daughter is coming into work drunk and reeking of alcohol. I have warned her about that multiple times now, saying she could get into serious trouble, but that doesn't seem to have worked on her. And so this morning, I was a bit tougher on her about it.
So that's what led to her coming to me about you, right? To think that my own daughter would be coming into work every day drunk? I knew that she would stay out pretty late every night playing around, but because she was making it into work on time every day, I didn't think there were any issues with the life she'd been living. I'm sorry, this has all happened because I'd taken my eyes off of her too quickly.
If you're going to blame yourself for this, allow me to at least take a little bit of it too. I'm the one who was tasked with taking care of Paige as her boss after all. As her direct manager and everything, I wanted to really do my best taking care of her and turning her into a good employee.
You're not to blame for any of this.
I've been thinking, maybe it's time I take a break from all this.
Don't be so quick to ask for something as idiotic as that.
But I'd like to go to the hospital is all.
As long as you're not leaving us for good, that's fine. I don't want to lose you, especially since all this time you've done so much for this company. As for my daughter, you can let me deal with her.
I can't stop laughing. So you're not even going to try coming into work today? You made all these claims about how a true adult should be acting, and yet here you are slacking off from work, not showing up for it today. Today I made sure to take the day off. I already told my boss that I'd be taking the day off and couldn't come in. So there shouldn't be an issue, right? Are you sure about that? Are you sure you're not staying home today because you were told that you'd be getting fired and that put you into a deep state of shock? If you're wanting to talk about me being shocked because of something, that's true. And because of that, I'm a bit too tired to be coming into work today. So right now I'm at the hospital having a checkup done to make sure I'm not sick with anything serious. You're getting a checkup done at the hospital? You literally sound like a grandma. If things are becoming too much for you, maybe it's best you begin to think about retirement. Do you know who's to blame for me being in this state, though? Who do you think has had to be the one doing all of that extra work you left behind after never doing your job? I've had to stay late after everybody else leaves the office, all in order to take care of the work you never did. I have been working so much recently that it's begun to affect my health. Hey, that's all happened because you suck at getting your work done on time. How about you stop blaming me for that, please? Really, you are a useless boss. The fact that you're now going to blame your subordinate for your own problems means that you really are not needed anymore. Since you're a failure as my boss, you mind leaving the company right now for me? I see. Well, I guess I'll leave then. I didn't realize you hated me that much to say those things about me today. Had you quit from the very start, you wouldn't have to be as sick as you are now. To tell you the truth, not a single person in this department has ever dared go against the word of the executive director's daughter besides the old hag. I'm the leader of this place after all, and you should be punished for going against me. But those who you seem to think you rule over aren't as many as you might think. To be honest, pretty soon here you're going to lose all of those who you think are your subjects. Stop it with that sore loser talk. Just shut the hell up, you old hag, and get lost. Well, when you're crying your eyes out later, I'm not going to listen to it. Huh? I'm not going to be crying my eyes out over anything, though. Hello, old hag on the verge of death. You should have gotten a call from my dad already, right? Did you just avoid his call because you're too afraid to take a call from him talking about how you'll be fired? Sorry about that. I had just gotten back home and was taking a nap. There are close to 500 missed call notifications on my phone from him. Seems like your father is really in trouble. I'll have to go and apologize to him later. Well, you apologizing to him isn't going to change the fact that you're being fired. I've already started going around the office telling everyone about it too, which means that now everyone in the company is going to know that you'll no longer be working here anymore. There's no way for you to make a comeback now. And that's what I expected. Your father did end up sending me a very long message while he was trying to get a hold of me. He asked me if I'm really planning to leave the company and that I really can't do something as stupid as that. I think your father freaked out after hearing the rumor you'd been spreading and really wanted to know the truth. And he was trying to get me to change my mind, it seems. What? Huh? Why would my dad be trying to stop you from leaving? I never talked with you about this story before, but your father, the current executive director, was once my trainer. When I had first joined the company, he was the one who made sure I did everything the correct way. The reason I've made it to where I am today is because of him. Is that right? But what does that have to do with anything? Compared to an old hag like you, my dad would much rather listen to what I want over you. So when I tell him to have you fired, he's going to make sure that you're fired for sure. But what if I told you that I'm the CEO's daughter? A cheap lie like that is never going to work on me. You sound so crazy now that I'm actually going to laugh. You're welcome to believe that I'm lying right now. But if I really was lying to you about that, then why would your father have called me 500 times trying to stop me from leaving? What? Are you serious? But nobody ever told me anything about you being the CEO's daughter. If you've really been the daughter of the CEO this whole time, then shouldn't everyone be sucking up to you more? And shouldn't you be working in a higher level position than just the manager of the sales department? Nobody knows about who I am, though, because I've made sure to keep it all a secret. I'm being asked to become the next CEO of this company once my dad has stepped down, but I also enjoy doing what I've been doing so far, working as the manager of the sales department. So I'd been thinking of working as the manager right up until I'm asked to take my dad's seat. That's why I never wanted to say anything to any of the people here about who I really am. Which is why there are very, very few people within this company who actually know that I'm the CEO's daughter. I don't get why you'd want to hide something like that, though, from everyone. Why aren't you acting all high and mighty when you're literally, like, the second in command here? Because I don't feel the need to act all arrogant and proud of myself like that. Anyway, just know that your father is fully aware that I'm the daughter of the CEO. And that is exactly why he started to get all worked up like that after he heard the rumors that I'd be leaving the company. I made sure to talk with him about a lot of what might happen yesterday, but it seems you really wanted me gone as soon as possible, right? Well, your father already told me that he won't have me fired, no matter how hard you try and get him to. Then why did you tell me a while ago that you'd be quitting? Don't you want to leave this company? I never said that I was quitting the company. I just said I was leaving my position as the sales department manager. I don't want to have to deal with you anymore. Also, I was told by my dad that it's time for me to take on some more roles within this company in order to prepare. I never knew about that, though. This is unfair. I don't care that you're the next in line CEO of this company. My dad should be above you as the executive director. So I'm going to figure out some way to get you fired from here. Dad, why are you not listening to what I asked you to do and doing it? You have a choice between your one and only daughter and that old hag. Who is more important to you right now?
Paige, do you not understand the type of woman that Olive is?
I already heard about that crap from her. She's the daughter of the current CEO, right? Her hiding such an important fact like that about herself from the rest of us is so freaking stupid of her. I hate people like that. I bet you, deep down, she was doing it on purpose to make me look bad. She is someone an executive director like you should not be defending right now.
Olive is not the type of person who would do something like that to hurt you in any way. The reason all of this had to happen to you in the first place is because you chose to continue coming into work drunk every day. You are the reason for all of this, yet for some reason you don't see that. Why not?
Huh? What? Are you getting all worked up now because she's the CEO's daughter? Does she make you scared, Dad? I don't care that she says she's going to be the next CEO someday because right now all she is the manager of the sales department. That's all she is. Which means that you are still above her on the company ladder, Dad. All you need to do is just fire her and everything will go back to being normal. Or could it be that you feel close to her because you were the one who trained her back in the day?
If you know about how she was my trainee, what makes you think you should still be talking about us? I have no reason at all to be firing her, yet you keep going on about how I have every right to do that to her.
Jeez, come on, Dad. Are you actually going to let that old hag win? Ugh, this is the worst. I'm going to go tell Mom about this right now. I'm not sure what the hell has been going on here inside the company walls, but maybe you and that old hag have become too close to one another. Disgusting.
Listen, you cut that crap out right now, making fun of other people like that. I really was an idiot spoiling you as much as I did just because you're my daughter. You just had to keep telling me about how hard it was for you to find a job after school. Because of that, you made me think you actually wanted to take things seriously and work for a change, and that's why I got you a job here in my company.
And I've been coming into work, haven't I?
While you reek of alcohol, right? Are you going to tell me that you've been coming in and actually doing your job while being drunk? Back when you were first born, this company wasn't as big as it is now, and the best I could do with this job was bring home the money needed to feed you and your mom. But that required me to also be at work a lot more and leave the house in your mom's hands, which now I'm really starting to regret. I never thought you'd be raised into this ignorant little self-centered child by your mother alone.
I'm not some self-centered child, though.
You're going to object to that when you're not even listening to what I have to say? I'm to blame for you becoming such a woman, and that means I'm going to take full responsibility for you.
What kind of responsibility are you talking about? Are you going to do so by firing the old hag for me? Or do you mean that you're going to promote me into a position that would allow me to work even less and make even more?
From now on, I am no longer going to be sending you any more of my money.
What?
And of course that means I'm canceling that credit card of yours that I made for you as well. You still have plenty of things you need to learn before becoming a self-respecting adult. And in order for you to learn, you're being kicked out of the house. So while you're out living on your own, you're going to have to make your own money in order to support yourself.
You can't do that to me. With the money I'm making here, I can barely even afford to go out and play every night.
Which is strange considering that this company pays their new hires very well. Paige, you need to learn what's actually important in life as an adult, and that means you're gonna have to fix that selfish character you've developed and learn to think more about others.
No way. I already told my friends, though, that next week I'd be going to the biggest club in the city with them. Also, I told them that drinks would all be on me that night.
I don't care about that. I have no reason to be paying for you to go out and spend all that money anymore.
But if you take all the money and my credit card away from me, I'll no longer be able to go out with my friends. What are you going to do when I end up all alone?
If you not having money means that you'll no longer have any friends, then you need to understand that they never were your friends in the first place. In other words, you guys only ever hung out because of the money you had.
No way.
If you don't want to live the rest of your life alone, then you need to work on fixing your behavior to one where people will enjoy you for who you are. You're an adult now, which means that you need to take responsibility for things like that on your own. Are we done here? I have a lot on my plate at the moment, and you need to hurry up and pack all your things so that you can leave my house soon.
No, I don't want to leave the house. Paige, seems you've still not made it into work today. Did you take the day off or something? Shut the hell up! I don't have time to go into work anymore. I am busy getting myself ready to move out of my dad's house right now. Oh my, so you're having to move out of your parents' house now, I see. Well, isn't that great? You'll finally be able to learn what it means to be an adult. I bet you're seeing this as the best outcome for you right now, aren't you? Well, it's not for me. My dad isn't going to be giving me any more money, and I'll have to start surviving on my own. But I don't have the money to do that right now. And when I told all of my friends that I promised to go out to the clubs with that I could no longer go, they all blocked me. Because of you, I'm going to be all alone. Isn't that your fault, though, since you only ever made friends with those that only seem to care about your money? Please don't blame me for something I had nothing to do with. No, this is your fault, though. Being next in line to becoming the CEO, you have the ability to talk with HR, right? That means you can tell them to raise my salary for me. If you do that for me, then I'll forgive you for all those times you went against me. I really don't care for your forgiveness, Paige. I know that really you're jealous of the young and beautiful woman I am, right? That's the only reason you could possibly have for bullying me like this. You think that a trivial reason like that is why I was always hard on you? How about you stop belittling me like that for once? All I was doing was trying to train you into a decent employee for the company, as that was my duty as the manager of our department. I had every right to talk to you like that and treat you like you didn't know what you were doing. The biggest problem I had with you wasn't even to do with your drinking either. It was to do with you always using your father's position as the executive director to take advantage of others and make them do all your work while you just sat there sleeping or eating. And no matter how many times I went and warned you, you never once listened to me. Which is why I ended up taking on so much stress. This is the exact reason why I hate people who use their parents' position to get whatever they want, no matter if they deserve it or not. Huh? Because I am the daughter of a CEO. I have been raised in a very strict household. Not only was I having to study every day at school, but when I'd get home and finish all my homework, my dad would teach me about his company and about how to become a successful person. And he always told me that no matter what, studying to succeed was the most important thing in life. I had to be careful when I'd go to school or hang out with my friends to never tell them who I really was. I didn't want for people to treat me differently because my dad is powerful or because I had to study all the time at home. Yet after all these years of having to be careful about what I told others, you came into this company and started to tell everyone who your father is and what you could do. And whenever anyone would talk back to you or go against you, you threatened to have them fired over it. I know all about your threats to everyone in our department, Paige. Well, that's because... But if I can use what I have, I'm going to use it. I'm not sure if you were ever aware of this or not, but to this company, you are nothing more than heavy baggage. All you ever do is pick on everyone else, never doing a single thing that you're supposed to. There is no use for a person like you in this company. I had a talk with my dad, and starting next month, I'll be the new CEO of this company. I thought I'd just let you know that right now so that you can prepare. Because starting next month, you are going to be let go and will no longer have a job here. You're kidding me. You can't. I've already lost all that money which was coming from my dad. How will I be able to pay for myself now? I never thought something like this could ever happen to me, and that's why I went out and bought all sorts of new jewelry and clothing and stuff online. But now my dad is telling me to pay for all that stuff myself. Yet now I'm going to be fired too, if that happens. You still have a month before you have to go, though. So during that time, I think it's best you start looking for your next job. I can't. I was already failing at finding a job right after I got out of school. There is no way I can find myself a new job now. Please, you can do anything to me, but just don't fire me. I promise that from now on I will change and make sure to get all my work done. What are you going on about? You still have a chance to find work outside of here, right? After all, unlike the old hag I am, you are a young and attractive young woman, right? I'll apologize to you for all the times I called you an old hag, all right? So please, as the CEO, can you make sure not to have me fired from this company? The thing is, though, Paige, I can no longer trust any of the things you're saying to me right now. So please, try your best to find yourself a new job before your time is up here. Good luck. No way. What do I have to do in order to get you to forgive me? Do you want me to come to your office and get on all fours begging you to forgive me or something? Olive!
Paige has finally gone and moved out of my house now. She took all the things that she could physically bring along with her and left, and will now start looking for a new job out there in the world somewhere. Olive, with everything in mind, I am so sorry for all the trouble that she caused you. Due to her violent behavior of thinking she could just do whatever she wanted in the office, you had to go through a lot.
Well, that's very true. I just never expected her to take things so far with that attitude she has and end up hurting herself in the end.
She was able to do all of that because I spent too much time here, working for this company, and was never around her enough to teach her how to become a decent person. Since I plan on taking full responsibility for her actions, would it be all right if I stepped down from my position as executive director and left the company? I'll allow you to tell me if that's okay or not. After all, you're going to be the next CEO starting next month, which means by that point you can do anything you want to me, and I won't be able to say a word.
I suppose it would be easy for me to get rid of you now. But I know best just how amazing of a person you are, both inside of this company and outside of it.
Stop saying all those things about me. After what happened this time, you know those are not true.
Having to become the new CEO for this company is a very big deal and something that requires all hands on deck. So for you to leave this company or have me fire you, that would be a massive blow to us and cannot be allowed. For the sake of this company and all the men and women who work under you, please stay with us for a little while longer. I need someone like you in this company, even if I'm in a position above you.
I see. If that's what you're gonna say to me, then it can't be helped, can it? I promise to make up to you all of that trouble my daughter caused one way or another. And the first way I'll do that for you is by making sure my daughter is fired right away.
I'll leave you to that then, George. Thank you. After having been kicked out of her parents' house, Paige went and found herself a dirt-cheap apartment to move into. That was very old and falling apart at all four corners of the room. But due to the fact that a woman like her had always lived a life of spending so much money making everything she consumed and owned fancy, whatever money she was making during her remaining time in the company was all wasted. What could have been used to pay off all that debt she was in was gone, and that led to her having to go into even further debt as the interest on her credit card started to kick in. I believe that at some point she just gave up and went to a loan shark or something to get more money in order to pay that credit card debt off, as well as have some extra money to enjoy herself with again. But I knew that it wouldn't be long before that loan shark sent someone after her to get that money back, and I think that would end up happening to her soon enough. And while she was going around looking for a new job to take on after being fired, she tried to have her dad help her by putting in a good word for her. However, plenty of her coworkers whom she had abused and forced to do all of her work back here had already taken things online and spoke about how horrible of an employee she was, and that there was no merit at all in hiring someone like her. So in the end, she was never able to find a new job before she had to leave my company and would be in much bigger trouble. Because like I was suspecting would soon happen, the loan shark sent some of his goons after her, and they found her walking out of her apartment and followed her. They followed her all the way to this old and abandoned part of town, where they then went and snatched her, and took her somewhere nobody could find her, and taught her a lesson in why it wasn't smart to try avoiding the debt that she was in. And so once that lesson had been taught to her, and she was all bruised up and looking like a dropped apple, she was taken back to her apartment and told to start paying up. After she realized there was no hope for her, she settled for a part-time job working at a coffee shop on the first floor of her apartment building, where she's now having to work as a dish cleaner, making minimum wage. She no longer has any friends or family to really spend time with either, and has resorted to spending all of her time at home in that old apartment, never even having to leave the apartment building since she's already working there. As for myself, the end of the month had come, and with that, I was made the new CEO of the company as my dad went and retired. And as the new CEO, the first thing I did was tell everyone that I'd be doing some small restructuring and such to the company, to make it a far nicer place for everyone to work in and no longer worry about people like Paige being hired, which saw huge support from everyone. Having to be a CEO is a very tough job, and I can tell you right now that it will be some time before I'm really used to the responsibilities. But having a close friend, and my trainer is still at my side to this day, means that I'll have nothing to worry about at all and can rely on him in case there is ever a thing I might need. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story. Hey, what's this? These are your poker losses, aren't they? You've lost thousands?
Hey, why are you looking at that? That's private.
Your gambling affects me too. There's no privacy when it comes to this. Besides, I told you not to leave papers in your pockets before laundry.
That's not even the full amount.
What do you mean, not the full amount? How much have you lost?
I don't want to talk about it right now.
No, we are talking about this. How much?
Maybe double what you see there.
I'm the one who should be feeling down. Look, you'll never make it as a professional poker player if you keep losing big every single day like this.
You don't understand poker. Everyone has losing streaks.
How long has this streak been going on?
Just a few months.
A few months?
Shut up! I'm just having bad luck right now. Poker is all about luck anyway, so these phases happen.
Someone aiming to be a pro shouldn't say it's all about luck. If you want to be a pro, stop gambling with real money first.
What's the point of playing if there's no money involved?
To learn, to practice, to actually understand the game.
Maybe I should try the races to lift my mood.
Are you serious right now? Don't try to fix gambling losses with more gambling. And you've been withdrawing money from our joint account bit by bit, haven't you? How much did you take from our account?
I don't remember exactly.
Check your withdrawals now.
Maybe around $5,000?
Did you think I wouldn't notice? You are the worst.
Wait, please. Yes, I took some money, but I was planning to return it tenfold.
With what money? You keep losing.
I'm learning. Each loss teaches me something.
That's not an excuse at all. Well, go ahead and make it tenfold then.
If it were that easy to make money, I wouldn't be struggling.
You're the one who said it. Just get a job.
I had a job. I quit because I knew I could make more with poker.
That was the stupidest decision you have ever made. What a brat.
Brat? How dare you call your husband a brat? You don't have any right to treat me like a child.
Well, at least children don't gamble. I can't believe you withdrew money from our savings account. I want a divorce.
No, please, you can't.
Why not? Give me one good reason.
What? No, wait, please. I understand I was wrong. Please, give me one last chance, please.
Chance for what? What kind of chance?
I'll stop gambling. I'll only bet in small amounts like $1 hands.
That's not stopping at all. Gambling is gambling, no matter the amount.
Okay, you're right. No gambling at all.
I've heard this before.
This time I mean it. I'll quit gambling completely, and I'll look for work. Is that good enough?
Actions speak louder than words. What is your plan?
I'll start sending out resumes tomorrow.
And the gambling?
I promise, no more gambling, starting now.
Yes, do that, and pay back the money you took from our account. Got it?
Yeah, of course. I totally understand. I'm really sorry, Sarah.
We'll see if you mean it this time.
I do. I really do.
Good grief. Hey, this is ridiculous. You promised last night. You said no more gambling.
Oh, yeah, of course I promised. That's why I said I was going out job hunting in my suit today.
Really? Which companies are you planning to visit?
Few places downtown. Got some interviews lined up.
Which companies specifically?
You know, big corporations, the usual places.
I see. So you're trying to get a job at the casino.
What? No, that's not,
Don't bother lying. I can literally see you right now.
Well, that wouldn't be bad. Sarah, what are you talking about?
I followed you. You went straight to the casino without hesitation.
You followed me? That's crossing a line.
You crossed the line when you broke your promise in less than 24 hours.
No, that's not. I actually hesitated quite a bit.
So you admit going there?
It's not what you think. I'm networking.
Networking?
Yeah, there are lots of successful people at casinos.
Well, I'm at the casino now too, and you know what I see?
Well, I went, but I didn't gamble. There's this regular, an old-timer who said he'd be there today, and I just wanted to see him.
Liar, you're losing badly right now. I checked the table behind you.
What? You can't be here.
But I am. Turn around.
Huh? Sarah, why are you here?
Because I knew you'd do this. I knew you'd break your promise.
I can explain.
Explain what? How you're networking while losing another $1,000?
This is different. I'm up right now.
No, you're not. I've been watching for the last hour.
Just give me a few more hands to win it back.
We're done. You broke your promise. I'm getting a divorce and I'm going home. Goodbye.
Wait, please, Sarah, don't go, please!
No, you should be chasing after me. This is literally the moment you should be doing that.
But I'm in the middle of a game. I've got a good hand. I'll come after this round.
Are you serious right now?
Just one more hand. This could be the big win.
You're choosing poker over your marriage.
It's not like that. This hand could fix everything.
Nothing can fix this anymore.
Please, 5 more minutes.
Oh, forget it.
Sarah, wait!
Still at your table, aren't you?
Just finishing up.
Don't bother texting me anymore. We're through.
You don't mean that.
I do. And guess what? I'm blocking your number after this.
No, please, just let me finish this hand.
Sarah, you must have been surprised when you got home. Quite a shock, wasn't it? Mrs. Thompson, what's going on? The house is completely empty. What's there to be confused about? We did you a favor. A favor? Everything is gone. What do you mean, what's going on? It's exactly what it looks like. We moved. That apartment was too small anyway. You can't just move people's belongings without asking. Well, they're family belongings. We had every right. Yes, but why did you do this? Oh my, is it because you didn't finish high school? Oh, can't you understand what moving means? We changed homes, like hermit crabs. Does that make sense to your little dropout brain? Stop being condescending. I am asking why you did this. Don't take that tone with me. This is for the best. The best for whom? Well, I heard you had a fight with Tom, and you even mentioned a divorce, didn't you? So we decided to make it happen. You had no right to make that decision. We're his family. We know what's best for him. Tom doesn't want a divorce. Of course he does. He's sick of supporting a deadbeat wife. Supporting me? Is that what he told you? We all know the truth. You just stay at home all day. Now, that is nonsense. Tom is just making things up. I'm actually the one who, as if we'd believe that. Tom graduated from an Ivy League school and worked at a Fortune 500 company. He doesn't need support from a high school dropout like you. You really have no idea what's going on, do you? We know exactly what's going on. You're dragging our Tom down. That's ancient history. Your precious son isn't the successful boy you think he is anymore. But if that's what you want to believe, fine. What are you implying about my son? Why don't you ask him about his current job? Of course it's fine. We're tired of living with a deadbeat daughter-in-law. We've all moved out, so you can live alone now. Where did you even move to? That's none of your business anymore. Well, good luck with your unemployed son. Stop saying he's unemployed. He's successful. When was the last time you saw him go to work? You're the unemployed one. Go be homeless for all I care. By the way, did Tom agree to this move? Actually, we haven't told him yet. It's a surprise. What? Why do you look so worried? This is a good thing. Did you even consider asking him first? Well, he seemed fed up with you talking back all the time, so we got him a house as a present. A present? What about the money? Why are you so concerned about money? Because someone has to be. Of course, I used my own savings, used it all up for the initial costs, but it's fine since Tom earns well. Oh boy, well, don't say I didn't warn you. Warn me about what? What are you hiding? Nothing. You wouldn't believe me anyway. What's there to warn about? Everything will be fine. Tom is a high-earning executive after all. When was the last time you saw any proof of his earnings? How dare you question my son? Well, good luck with everything, but I will be claiming back all the money he spent during our marriage. Keep dreaming. Oh, I'm not dreaming. I have all the receipts. You're just jealous of Tom's success. Whatever helps you sleep at night, Mrs. Thompson. You'll regret this attitude when Tom shows everyone how successful he is. I look forward to seeing that.
Sarah, this isn't what it looks like. I didn't know about this move either.
Your mother told me that, but you could have refused.
How can I refuse? They already paid for everything.
By telling them the truth.
But I couldn't find a reason to refuse. I can't tell them we can't survive without you.
Why not? Are you that ashamed?
You don't understand how hard this is for me.
No, you don't understand how hard this has been for me.
You should have told them the truth.
You should have told them it's the truth. No matter how many times I tried to tell them, they wouldn't believe me.
Can we work something out?
Like what?
Please, can you secretly transfer the living expenses to me each month?
What?
Just hear me out.
I'm listening, but this better be good.
We can't survive otherwise, just until I make it as a professional poker player, please.
Are you still going on about being a pro player?
I'm getting better, really.
How can you make such an outrageously shameless request? I was planning to divorce you anyway, so this situation works out perfectly for me. I have no reason to help you.
But what about all our years together?
You mean all the years I supported you while you gambled?
Wait, please, I'm begging you, my life depends on it.
My life is at stake too. I don't have the time or money to waste on a loser like you. I've already wasted too much and regret it all.
Just give me 6 months.
No.
3 months.
Still no.
I promise you won't regret it anymore. If you send me monthly living expenses, I'll give you special perks.
What is this, a subscription service? There is zero demand.
I'll pay you back double.
With what money?
Please, I'm begging you. If my parents give up on me too, I'm finished. When I make it as a pro poker player, I'll pay you back 100 times over.
When has that ever worked out?
This time will be different.
You lose every day. You'll never make it. If you really want to pay me back, get a real job right now.
I can't waste my talent.
What talent? You've lost every penny we had.
No, I don't want to be anything but a poker player. That's my dream. Stop criticizing people's dreams.
Dreams need to be realistic.
You're just like everyone else, trying to crush my dreams.
This guy, that's it, I'm done. You know what? At first I found your unconventional thinking interesting, but now it's just unbearable.
You used to support my dreams.
I supported you trying to learn poker as a hobby, not throwing away our life savings.
I can still fix this.
No, you can't, and I am done trying.
Wait, help me.
Goodbye, Tom.
Please, just one more chance.
I've given you too many chances already. Hey, don't tell me you're actually unemployed.
Huh? Come on, Mom. I'm an ultra-elite miracle businessman. You know that.
Then why haven't I seen you go to work once since we moved?
I work remotely like Sarah used to.
Well, we received some mail. It looks like a debt collection notice.
Those are just spam. Everyone gets those.
This one has your name and social security number on it.
No, that can't be right. It must be a mistake. It's not for me. Maybe it's for Dad. He looks like someone who'd have debt.
How dare you talk about your father that way? Don't try to blame him for your mistakes. This is yours.
Maybe it's a scam?
I told you, your name is on it. Come to think of it, Sarah mentioned something about this when we moved in.
Sarah's just trying to make me look bad.
There are 3 different collection agencies here.
Mom, are you doubting your own son? I'm not unemployed and I don't have any debt, so don't worry.
Show me your bank statements.
That's private.
I want to see your pay slips.
They're digital. The company is very eco-friendly.
Then I want to see you go to work tomorrow. Just seeing that will put my mind at ease.
You want to follow me to work? That's embarrassing.
Just let me see you enter your office building.
Oh, all right. See, Mom, I walked right into this big corporate building. Now you believe me, right? Well, I better get to work.
No, the alarm went off as soon as you entered.
That's different. It's supposed to ring. You know what they say, every workday starts with a bell.
I don't think anyone says that. Security is running toward you.
They're just eager to greet me.
Eager to pin you down and put some handcuffs on you, sure.
Look, I'm already at my desk. Can you see me from the window on the top floor?
I can see you arguing with security just inside the entrance.
Well, if I was really caught by security, I wouldn't be able to text you freely like...
Huh? Tom, what are those letters? Did security really catch you?
No, my phone just glitched.
I'm watching them trying to escort you out.
This is just a misunderstanding.
Oh, stop lying to me. What is really going on?
I can explain everything.
Why are they calling the police?
Don't worry, I know people here.
Then why are you running?
I'm late for a meeting.
You're running away from the building.
Taking the scenic route?
I can't believe it. Everything Sarah said was true, wasn't it?
Gotta go, important meeting.
Thomas Thompson, you get back here right now!
Sorry, Mom, can't talk. Running!
You really set us up, didn't you? Excuse me? What's this about? Tom was really unemployed. If you had properly told us the truth, we wouldn't have found out this way. I've been telling you this all along. You're the one who wouldn't believe me. You should have tried harder. I tried for months. You called me a liar every time. Well, how could I believe that you were supporting the household alone? How do you even have that kind of money? I'm an executive at a tech startup. I receive executive compensation. It's not that much, but it's enough. A company executive? Then why are you always at home? I'm not always at home. You just never paid attention. I never saw you go off to work. We're mostly remote these days. Our business doesn't require much office time. Still, I go to the office about twice a week. You just never noticed. Well, that's convenient. It's the truth. Check my LinkedIn if you don't believe me. Is that so? Ugh. More importantly, why did you finally believe Tom was unemployed? You never believed me, no matter how many times I told you. Well, various things happened. Anyway, why don't you come live with us? What? We need you. Oh, now you need me? Well, you must be lonely by yourself. Come live with us in this house. You can reconcile with Tom. So you want me to take care of you all again? Absolutely not. Why are you being so difficult? Me? Difficult? Look, I didn't know you were supporting the household. If I'd known, I would never have treated you that way. Really? I don't care. The answer is absolutely no. Why not? I'm apologizing, aren't I? This doesn't feel like an apology at all. It feels more like you're trying to take advantage of me. How ungrateful can you be? Ungrateful for what exactly? You're being very immature. Our livelihood is at stake. Are you going to abandon us just because of your selfishness? Well, that's quite an argument. You're definitely Tom's mother. Keep going with that attitude. Let's see how many people stick around. You think you're so much better than us. I think I'm done being used by you. Are you mocking me? Oh, you've got some nerve. I'll come to your place right now and teach you a lesson. Is that a threat? Who knows, but you better watch out. Are you seriously threatening me right now? You'll see. Come out right now. If you don't, I'll kick this door down. Wait, what? Where are you right now? Where else? I'm at your apartment door. You're still living in that apartment, right? Come out now. No, I don't live there anymore. Stop lying. I can hear movement inside. Those are the new tenants. Huh.
Don't lie. Fine, time for the last resort.
What? What are you planning to do?
I'll spray the fire extinguisher through your mailbox. That'll smoke you out. Come out now.
Are you insane? That's a crime.
You're the criminal here.
What kind of crazy idea is that? Listen, Mrs. Thompson, I moved out. That apartment is either empty or it has new tenants.
You can't run forever. Ugh!
Huh? What happened?
Someone called security.
Well, of course they did.
It was low of you to call the police. This was between us.
I didn't call them. But of course someone would report an old lady banging on doors and trying to spray fire extinguishers through mailboxes.
You planned this.
How could I plan you acting crazy?
Oh, I managed to escape, but this is troublesome. It's all your fault.
I really don't live there anymore. You might get sued for damages and compensation by the current tenant.
Apparently so. A strange woman came out of the apartment. She's talking to the police.
Did you actually assault someone?
I just sprayed a little.
You're still hiding where you can see them? You should turn yourself in. It'll only make things worse. You know there are security cameras in that building.
Help me fix this.
Fix what? Your assault on an innocent tenant?
You're right. Oh, please help me. Can't you explain the situation?
If I honestly explained the situation, it would only make you look worse.
Oh, look, I'm a victim too. Tom deceived me.
Good grief.
I'll disown him. I'm disgusted that he deceived us too.
Regardless of Tom, I can't associate with someone who tries to spray fire extinguishers through mailboxes. You have serious personality issues, Mrs. Thompson. I wouldn't even want to pass you on the street.
Please, I'm begging you. If you abandon us, both mother and son will end up in jail.
What? What do you mean?
Tom got caught trying to break into a corporation building to show off to me that he was working there. He got detained by security, and I haven't heard from him since.
How stupid can you both be? Like mother, like son.
This is really bad. We're in deep trouble. What should we do?
How would I know? You brought this on yourselves. Deal with it yourself.
Listen, we can't afford the rent for the new house. Where are we supposed to live?
Why don't you find another place, like a hermit crab, remember?
How dare you throw my words back at me?
Karma's funny that way, isn't it?
Hey.
What? Weren't you arrested? And what's with the casual, hey, what's your deal?
You won't believe what happened.
I'm not interested in more of your stories.
Well, I heard Mom got caught by the police and Dad abandoned the rental house and ran away in the middle of the night. It's a really bad situation.
Huh? Weren't you arrested too?
No, since I used to work there, they believed me when I said I was just confused and sleepy and went to the wrong building. They let me off with a warning.
That is the most ridiculous excuse I have ever heard.
But it worked! I still have connections there.
Oh, really? Amazing how that excuse worked.
Anyway, check your bank account.
Why should I?
Just do it, please.
Huh? What's all this money?
Actually, I've been participating in something these past few days.
If this is illegal money, I don't want it.
What? No way.
What?
A secret high-stakes poker tournament. VIP only. 6-figure pots.
What? That sounds like something out of a movie. Besides, you're terrible at poker and definitely not a VIP.
I got invited by accident.
By accident?
They probably invited me as a sucker, but wouldn't you know it? I kept winning. Won so much I lost count.
This sounds suspicious. How did you even get into a VIP tournament?
So I transferred everything I owed you. Sorry for all the trouble I caused.
You seem different. Like you've actually become sensible.
Well, I've got this ridiculous amount of money now. Everyone else looks like peasants to me. Makes me feel really zen, you know?
Sorry, I take it back. You haven't changed at all.
But I paid you back. That counts for something, right?
Where exactly was this tournament?
Just some private club.
Which private club?
Can't say. Very exclusive.
Tom?
Gotta go. More tournaments to win.
My mother-in-law was arrested and had to pay compensation and damages to the current tenant of the apartment.
With no money, she had to borrow from sketchy loan sharks and is now drowning in debt. Nobody knows where she is or what she's doing. Tom was also arrested soon after. The VIP members-only illegal gambling ring was busted. It was quite a large operation, so of course the police were bound to notice. All of Tom's winnings were seized, naturally, and he went back to square one. The money he transferred to my account was also confiscated. It's only natural, I suppose. I'll make sure he pays me back properly by getting a real job. As for Tom, I hear he's still in debt and stubbornly continues to gamble at poker. I'm relieved to have cut ties with this dysfunctional family.